What's up, TM Nation? Today we're taking a look at the brand new SOUNDPEATS Air5 Pro earbuds, which I've been testing for right around a month. And when it comes to providing excellent bang for your buck, I always expect SOUNDPEATS to bring the goods, but for right around 50 bucks at the time of the video with the SOUNDPEATS launch discounts, these are for sure some of the best sounding earbuds I've tried at that price. Before we dive all the way into the full review, let me give you guys some of the quick specs about the Air Pro 5. First of all, they feature adaptive ANC, which is always nice to see at this price point. They're using 13mm dynamic drivers for a full and dynamic sound, but not only that, they also promise decent battery life at up to 7.5 hours of use on a charge with the earbuds and up to 37 with the case. They're also packing Bluetooth 5.4, but not only that, they are compatible with LDAC, LE, and aptX as well for those of you all that have devices that can make the most out of those higher definition codecs. Inside the box, you get the earbuds, the charging case, 3 sets of silicone ear tips that you can swap out if needed, a USB Type-C cable to charge the case up, and of course your user manual and other documentation. The earbuds themselves have this sleek minimalist design, and they're also incredibly lightweight, coming in at only about 4.8 grams each. The charging case is also compact and pocketable, weighing in at only about 50 grams total with the earbuds inside. It also has a nice matte finish that doesn't pick up fingerprints as easily as some of SOUNDPEATS' other products, but overall the case design is straightforward. All that you have is your LED lighting in the front that will give you your battery charging status, and for this you're going to get different colors, green being 70 to 100%, yellow is going to be 20 to 69, and anything below that is going to illuminate red, meaning that you're low on battery. With the earbuds, the star of the show is definitely going to be that Qualcomm QCC3091 chipset, because this isn't some generic budget chip. This is actually the same silicon that you'll find in earbuds that cost 2 to 3 times as much as you'll pay for these. This chipset gives you access to many higher definition codecs such as aptX and aptX Lossless, which can push up to 1.2 megabits per second of audio data. That's essentially CD quality audio over Bluetooth, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. The adaptive ANC is another standout feature. SOUNDPEATS claims up to 55 dB of noise reduction, and in my real world testing, I think that that's pretty accurate. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say that they're on the level of your flagship Sony, Bose, or AirPods earbuds, but at the price point, these are really impressive. Speaking of real world testing, I've used these earbuds for everything that I would usually use a pair of earbuds for, which includes exercise, casual listening in my home, and traveling as well. After more than 10 hours of use with these earbuds, one thing that I can say about them is that the drivers and the tuning make these really buttery smooth all the way up through max volume. A lot of it comes down to how you EQ them, but the bass has good presence without being overwhelming, the mids are clear and detailed, and the highs are crisp without being too harsh, the way that I have them dialed in. The call quality with these is also respectable with the 6 microphones and the AI reduction plus CVC 8.0 technology. I've made several voice calls with them, and people on the other end told me consistently that I sounded clear, whereas I could hear them loud and clear as well. But as always, I did take a couple of samples just so that you guys can judge the quality for yourselves. Let's check them out. Alright guys, so right now I have the earbuds paired to my iPhone 16 Pro, and as you can see, the audio that you're hearing is coming from the microphones on them. Right now the room is relatively quiet, but in just a moment I will do my background noise test. Give me a second. And now I have some simulated background noise playing in the background, and this part of the test is aimed at seeing how well the microphones on these earbuds can go ahead and focus on my speech while rejecting some of that noise. So let me know what you guys think. Are they doing a pretty good job, or did you expect better? Let me know. As I mentioned earlier, you do get access to multiple different higher definition codecs with these earbuds, but I do want to go over all of the codecs just so that you guys have a better idea. So that being said, they are compatible with SBC, AAC, LC3, LDAC, aptX, aptX Adaptive, and aptX Lossless. The fact that you can enable LDAC and LC3 through the Peats app gives you flexibility depending on your source device. The Bluetooth 5.4 connectivity and multi-point connectivity with these earbuds has been rock solid. On multiple occasions, I've been able to leave my phone up here in my workroom and walk downstairs to my kitchen without any crackling or disconnections. For the multi-point connectivity, I've been able to use it seamlessly to switch between my phone and my laptop, and so far far it's been surprisingly stable. I haven't had many hiccups that I can remember, which is something that I have gotten with other earbuds and headphones I've tested with this feature. Now, I did touch on the battery life in the intro, and like I said, SOUNDPEATS claims that you can get up to 7.5 hours of use from the earbuds and another 37 with the case. In my testing using the earbuds at about 80% of the max volume consistently, I got closer to 6.5 hours from the earbuds, which is still respectable. But I do want to mention that if battery life is your main concern, these do feature quick charging that will provide you up to 2 hours of playback from only a 10-minute charge. Alright fam, so now let me talk about some pros and cons associated with these earbuds, because let's be real, no product is perfect. So first, on the positive side, I want to say that the sound quality genuinely punches above its weight class. The codec support is flagship level. The ANC is surprisingly effective. The call quality is respectable. The battery life is solid, and the build quality feels premium. The Peats audio app is also well designed and gives you good control over your EQ settings and other features. On the flip side, there are a few things that you should consider. The ANC, while good for the price, isn't quite the level of premium competition, which is to be expected. Also, like many other earbuds that I've tried with touch controls, they can be finicky, sometimes requiring multiple taps for them to register. And while the sound is well balanced, if you're someone who considers themselves as a bass head, you may want to look at some of SOUNDPEATS' more expensive earbuds that will provide slightly more of a punch on the low end. But all things considered, guys, compared to similarly priced options like the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro or the Earfun Air Pro 3, the Air 5 Pro earbuds hold their own in some areas, particularly in the codec support, and when it comes to ANC performance, I'd say that they actually pull ahead. In my opinion, if you're looking for premium features at the sub $60 price point, the Air 5 Pros deliver in a big way. As I mentioned earlier, no, they're not going to dethrone your higher end Sony, Apple, or Bose earbuds, but for most people who just want decent ANC, good call quality, respectable battery life, and a comfortable in-ear design, I think that these will be more than adequate. I'd especially recommend these to an Android user that has a device that can make use of all of those higher definition codecs, or if you're somebody that does a lot of traveling and just wants decent ANC without the high price, these are really worth a look. But that's it for this video, guys. As always, I appreciate you stopping through and hanging out with your boy for a bit. Before you get on out of here, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It definitely helps me out. But until next time, I will catch y'all in the next video. It's your boy Tech Mo, and I'm signing out. Peace.